Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of J-Man's Road Rants. Welcome everybody to episode 41 of J-Man's Road Rants. Yes, I'm back off the ship. It's depressing, but hey, we're there. Before we get started with the video, hit the like button, the subscribe, and the bell so you can be notified when I upload again. You can follow me on Twitter at JManFromKC. Now, we're going to get with our NFL picks video. It is that day. It's Thursday, so we got to get those videos out. I want to quick shout out to the new friends I made on the ship. I hope you're watching this. Give me a like, a comment, something. You know, I want to know that you watched it. We'll start with the Thursday night video. Tonight's game, we have the New York Jets traveling to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Wow, this sounds like a snoozer if I've ever seen one. The Colts are favored by 10.5 with an over-under of 46.5. I'll take the Colts to cover, and I'll go over the points. We go to the Sunday noon games. We have the Cleveland Browns traveling to Cincinnati all the way, right? All the way, like 300 miles, something like that. The Bengals are favored by 2.5, so they get that home favorite. They go to 46.5 point over under. I'm going to take the Bengals here. I think they'll cover, and I think we'll slightly go over the 46.5. The Denver Broncos travel to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Dallas is favored by 8.5 with a 49.5 point over under. I think Dallas can do this. Dallas is going to cover this, but I'm going to come under the 49. I don't think it's going to be that high scoring. We'll go to the Houston Texans will travel to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Miami's favored by 6.5 with a 45.5 point over under. I don't really care about either team in this game, but Miami did do a real good job of holding down Buffalo last week. Probably could chalk that up to being divisional rivalry, but I think that I'll take the Dolphins to cover, and I'll go slightly over the 45.5. The Atlanta Falcons travel to New Orleans to take on the Saints. The Saints are favored by 5.5. It's a 42.5 over under. I think that the Saints are going to kill the Falcons like they did with Tampa. So I think they'll easily cover, and we'll go slightly over to 42. The Las Vegas Raiders travel to New York to take on the Giants. The Raiders are favored by 3.5 and a 46.5 point over under. I believe this is blowout city. I think the Raiders take this in a laugher. So I will take the Raiders to cover, and I think that we will go over 46. The New England Patriots travel to Carolina to take on the Panthers. Patriots are favored by 3.5. It's a 40.5 point over under. I'll take the Patriots to cover, and I'm going to go slightly under the 40.5. The Buffalo Bills travel to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. The Bills are favored by 14.5 with a 48.5 over under. They struggled against the Dolphins. That was a division rivalry. I think this is get right, and I think they easily cover the 14.5. I'll even go over the 48.5. Minnesota Vikings travel to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. The Ravens are favored by 5.5 with a 49.5 point over under. I'll take the Ravens to cover, and I will go over the 49.5. Now we'll get to the 3 p.m. games on Sunday. We have the Los Angeles Chargers traveling across the country to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Chargers are favored by 2.5 with a 49.5 point over under. I'll take the Chargers to cover. I don't care what the Eagles did to the Hello Kitties last week, which I did pick to win. Probably the last time I picked them. But Philadelphia is not going to not going to have that great luck against the Chargers. I take the Chargers to cover, and we'll go over the 49.5. The Green Bay Packers, minus Aaron Rodgers, who's tested positive for COVID, will travel to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. The Chiefs are favored by 0.5 point. I've never heard of that. Usually that gets that low. It's usually just a pick 'em. With a 55.5 point over under, which is the largest of the week, I mean, this is a tough game to call, but like it should be a pick 'em. So I will take the Packers even without Rodgers, and it'll go over to 55. So I mean, obviously the Packers only have to get one more point than the Chiefs to get the over to cover the points. Actually, no, they're the underdog, so they win outright. They win. Next, we'll go. The Arizona Cardinals travel to San Francisco to take on my 49ers. Look good against the Bears in the second half, not in the first half. If we could put together, and actually when we faced Arizona the first time, we were great the whole game, and that was with Lance at quarterback. Cardinals are favored by 2.5. It's a 46.5 point over-under, but I'm going to take the 49ers at home to win outright, and I think we'll go over the 46.5. On to the Sunday night game, we have the Tennessee Titans traveling to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. The Rams are favored by 7.5, and the 53.5 over-under. The Titans are going to be without Derrick Henry. This could be interesting, and the Rams just acquired Von Miller. Honestly, it would not shock me if the Rams blow out Tennessee. So I'm taking the Rams to cover, and I'll go over to 53.5. And the Monday night game, this is going to be a snoozer. Chicago Bears travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. The Steelers are favored by 6.5, and it's a 39.5 point over-under. Holy shit. I'm going to sleep during this game. But I'll pick the Bears and the points. The Steelers could still win. I just don't know that they'll cover the 6.5. And it'll go under to 39.5. So that's my picks this week for the NFL. If you like them, hit the like button. If you disagree with my picks, leave a comment down below. Click that like button, the subscribe and the bell so you can be notified when I upload again. You can follow me on Twitter at JManFromKC. Thanks again for watching, and have a good day.